of July 4th. 30 minutes till July 5th, though. I'm sorry for streaming this late. I have a reason for that. Gotta see that community post. Sup, everybody? My name is Crytek, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact stream. We're going to double refresh. We're going to get that full send. We're going to get a little bit of a grind going. Maybe I'll try to see how my skirt does without a Scavier and do difficulty 5 clear, stuff like that. That's what we're going to do today, for the most part. The last day I'll ever farm this. I might spend the rest of the weekend refreshing a bit, though, just for skirt, especially Sunday, but eventually I'm going to stop doing that. And I'm going to just save up. My second account, I might get tempted for other characters, but main account, I'm gonna mellow it out. We got characters on the account we need to build, so I'm gonna be busy doing all that. But anyways, I spent way too much time doing all this. Yep, I need to reload this page. If you haven't seen a community post yet, I just sent it like maybe 5 minutes ago or so before starting the stream. And it's a post that I had done on my Discord. Not on my Discord server. I mean, I have one, but it's not mine. I co-own it. It's a server with a bunch of friends and whatnot. We just message each other every day, talking about stuff and whatnot, Genshin related, maybe even other games. But I finally did it. Just before I started the stream, the reason why I didn't stream because I was grinding on my second account because I was really close to pity. But I was close to pity like 2 days ago in this game. This fucking game made me work for this, made me work for this woman. Made me work for this woman. Like, holy moly. You didn't see the community post. I literally farmed from scratch after losing my 50-50. It's ridiculous. That was like the most ridiculous I think I've ever felt farming for a character. But then again, I was doing it for a more guaranteed reason because my set account actually really needed this character. My main account, not to a certain extent, but at the same time, I had to get this character. I felt like if I didn't get her, I was gonna regret it for sure. But on my second account, I felt like Wolani gonna rerun soon, so I felt like I had to make an opportunity cost. Do I get Milani and just throw her into a Scafe team, or do I actually get the real deal? And that's what I did. But I can't believe how much it drained out of me. I've been farming for her. I mean, I've talked about it in like streams during the STYGIAN ONSLAUGHT grind throughout the beginning. I've been farming for this character throughout the entirety of the whole process. At first, I was taking my time doing it because in my community post, I literally talk about the amount of stuff I listed and went through. Heck, you could go back to a former stream. You can go back to a former stream actually for my second account. A past stream that was on my second account, I think when I got Risley, I had showed myself. I had showed my character story quest lineup. I had to do all that from scratch. I had to farm TCG, which I couldn't even fully do it. Obviously, I got the pro for the events, STYGIAN ONSLAUGHT, and whatnot. The thing that really got to me though was probably the hangouts. That shit takes so fucking long to do, even when skipping through it. The streams in the past when I would do them, usually every stream that I've done when it was originally coming out in the game with hangouts, I'd say it was like a good 4 hour, 5 hour stream for every single hangout I've ever done. I would take my time doing it. Then again, we didn't have the skip function that thing has, but it's not super perfect, but it does save off some time. The amount that I would get done wouldn't take too long, but it was pretty stressful for some hangouts because some of them you couldn't just blitz right through it. You actually had to pay attention about certain things. So that shit took me a long time, but that was like the one I didn't like doing the most. Having to press the X button over and over, wishing for a skip button for the character story quest, and well, I avoided doing Archon quests for a good reason. I will replay them on my second count for a stream. I mean that when all the voice actors are back, I'll do that. That's when I plan to do that. I wonder if I'm gonna make it a bigger stream than a little bit, but I don't know if I want to do that. So, yeah. Let's check the mic quality now. I think it's good enough, but I just need to see it. I don't know if I'll get that Genshin clip out yet. I still haven't worked on it yet. I'll probably do it Saturday, upload it Sunday, or it's going up Monday, one or the other. Good chance it's going up Monday. But, alright. Now I can finally see this screen. Mic quality, how do you sound? How do you sound? How do you sound? Sound decent. Let's adjust it a little bit like this. This is good enough. I think this is good enough. Okay, so literally just got skirked like maybe 20 or so minutes ago. Prepared her. Yes, I know the ER is atrocious. What can you do? She doesn't use it. This is my second council build, but I have enough to craft a Sins, so I might end up doing that. I have to farm Risley from the get-go. My second account, I might actually have to go back to Marshall Hunter, actually. Thing that sucks is that now that I got Skirk, I can't use any more resin for the artifact grind for Stygian Onslaught. Only for this account will I be able to do that. A little bit sad I have to use J Cutter on her because she's gonna overcrit very easily with this son. Like incredibly easy. With Marshall Hunter overcritting by a huge margin. It was either that or I put this on her, which I'm pretty sure this weapon is better than J Cutter by a little bit. But as you can see, I have a character that has it on, so we're screwed. Risley doesn't have a build currently, so that's cool. Yeah, I do got a farmer answer on this account. I like the farmer goblet because currently I don't have another double crit cryo goblet, and the Scoffy on this account doesn't even have a double crit goblet. Thinking about it and looking back on it, starting to regret that other extra cryo goblet I had. To be fair, I didn't think I was gonna even want Skirk after getting Rosalie. I didn't expect Skirk to be cryo. I thought she was gonna be Electro. It'd have been weird if she was Electro a little bit because of, Vressa and then having another Electro carry back to back. Weird, right? But I don't know, man. See when a Scafe with Skirk on this account. When I get her built up, we will do a stream where I will actually take the time to see how good Skirk is with Siwan Escafe compared to my main account. I don't know how it's gonna feel, but I'll have to see for reference somehow. I'll probably be able to tell the difference pretty easily. I have to play Skirk on this account for a while.
All things
I believe I have max condense already. Today, the final day, so I'm either gonna double or triple refresh. I'm debating on it. Reason being, I'm in a good mood.
Time itself.
Now, the thing that sucks though is I wanted to stream a decent bit, but yeah, 4 more days left before the Skirk banner disappears. And I wish I could have gotten lucky like I did on this account, man, on my main, where I could have gotten Skirk early. If I had gotten Skirk early enough, I could have at least tried her weapon. That'd have been so clean to do that before her banner ended. I have a good chance of getting her weapon, but now I don't have that anymore. Because she took 82 freaking pulls almost to get 81 pity, but that process was painful. Anyways, never doing that again. If I ever end up doing that, I'm telling you, I'd have to be more popular than I currently am as a content creator to really motivate myself to play on a new account. It just ain't gonna happen. Whoops. Maybe I'll just end it at the double refresh instead of the triple. Kind of want a triple, but I kind of don't want to spend too much more time on this. As you can see, the disturbance outbreak time period is ending in 5 hours. There is a benefit to farming this, but I really do wish and hope that they do extend the outbreak period in the future. Because as much as I like it currently, I can't say I like 10 days. There should also be another type of reward we can get for farming every single time. But very soon, I'm gonna be working on getting Skirk's talents worked on. Well, not her talents. I'm gonna be working on Varessa's talents to prepare her for Triple Crown, and then I'll come back to farming artifacts, and then I'm gonna try to horde starting from the next time I farm artifacts. Could say started for today, because I don't think I want to so much or anything. I don't even care if I have a bad day or not. I just want to get this over with. I thought I would try this, but I really don't think I'm strong enough to do it. If I can't do it with Skirk, I don't expect the other 3 lineups to do anything. I've seen how difficult it is. I just don't know if I want to rerun through Fearless over and over. I'd rather touch Fearless once I'm done grinding a bit. So let's just go ahead and just clock it out. To save time, I'm gonna do this. That's why. I'll touch on Fearless later. Alright, I need to get her to 90. That's what I need to do. Should I do that? I should probably do that first. I should probably go to my way to get her that first, yeah.
Quietly now.
I made that look so whatever. I'll have to figure this out again. Okay, I forget the rotations feel a bit different for this. Definitely don't need a feather. I really got to get that chart attack in, or I don't actually keep the infusion long enough.
Off to the freezer. Power.
Damn. I wonder if he'll get anything today. Quite, it's quite possible we don't get anything today, but I don't regret doing this double refresh since that'll be the last time I do this for a long time. I'll probably go with the super refreshes during the next stitching. Also, outbreak period, but I can't guarantee
A dash of
next thing I'll do.
mine to wield.
Man, you can't give me the benefit of the doubt, can you? Mm.
Mine to wield.
About 9 minutes is gonna be the 5th of July. But how was everyone's, 4th of July? All day today, people were just lighting up fireworks. It was absolutely horrendous. My house was even shaking. All right, what am I doing? I could do this.
Add Ast. Thank you for.
All right. I always wonder if I can optimize this clear, but I don't think I can. Like, even though my Kenichi is strong, I don't think he's good enough for this. I'd be first to put Beacon on him just to have like a chance, I feel like. It's still funny that they decided to do this. I guess people would be upset if it was a name card, but it makes no sense. It makes no sense that they got upset by a name card. People don't realize this, but if you pay for there's two different types of battle pass. One that's the normal to get the other stuff from it. Then in the enhanced one where you can get a special name card. Every pass there's a new name card that's permanent, and it's for the people that actually pay for it. If they pay that enhanced Gnostic Handling, you can actually get a new permanent, you know, name card that you can use in your profile. I would have just preferred if it was just a name card that was permanent than this. I just think this is just unfair to the people that spend money on the game, especially those that spend like enough that they should be able to do this, but still struggle to get this. There's now like a massive disconnect between whales and mega whales, or megalodons, or leviathans, whatever to have you, because not every whale is gonna be able to get all the rewards. Some whales can only get these and only barely. It's kind of crazy to think about. Anyways, I'm gonna do fearless mode. And while we're at it, I don't know if I want to do that every time. I'd have to change the team if I do that. I don't want to do that, but you know what? Let's just do it normally the first time, and then I'll redo it. After I've gone through some of my resin, then I'll redo it. But I just want to do it on Fearless again.
Search! Ha! Ha! Let my name echo in song! Here to go excellent! Attack!
This spirit will be frozen in time.
Shower me with... Mine to wield. Time to shine!
Oh, so sorry. Cool it.
Fierce on the loose! Off to the breach!
I really like how I can do that.
Freeze.
Here to go excellent!
Oh, I never actually. Okay, hold on. I thought I actually saved the 80-second clear I had yesterday, but I didn't. What's up, homie? If you haven't seen the community post, you should go check that out. Okay, I made a community post before I started this stream.
Dodge this.
A little amuse-bouche.
Cool it.
Surge.
I don't know why I did this. I just wanted to do this.
Let my name echo in song.
This moment will be frozen in time.
A burst of flavor. Off to the breeze.
Frostbite.
Goose on the loose. Adaptive. Let my name echo in song.
This moment will be frozen in time.
A burst of
Yeah, I'm gonna
flavor.
taste your stuff.
Off to the mine to wield.
This clear could have been better. Wow, I fucked up here. It seems like.
Oh, so sorry.
Pinnacle of excellence. Adaptive frost.
Just finish the clear, bro. Jesus Christ. Oh, on the second account. Hey, I didn't get back that 80-second clear.
Yeah.
Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Time to shine!
Frostbite. Dodge this.
Goose on the loose!
Goose on the moon. How do you
Oh, so sorry.
A burst of flavor! Annihilate! Ha! Ha! Mine to wield! Ha! 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 Time
What?
to shine!
Don't get frostbite. Cool it.
Goose on the loose! Stick with it! Mine to wield!
Okay. That was close. 78? I would not expect to get 78 on that. What? I'll take that. I was not expecting 78 seconds. That was a bit surprising. Alright. One more clear, and then I'm gonna do the 4-star clear. It's gonna be weird because I don't have a good team with Farina or like a Noah Scaffier. I do want to try Layla, but then I have to change my Farina build, I think. Oh boy.
Let mine echoing song.
This moment will be frozen in time.
The pinnacle of excellence. Adaptive.
I always seem to miss that crit on the Scaffier. I don't know how.
Let the world collide.
Don't get frostbite. Cool it.
Fierce on the loose. A little of this. Start. Time to shine. Shower me with
Oh, so sorry.
the pinnacle of excellence. Off to the brick. Extinguish.
Mine to wait.
No shot, I got a faster clear that time. That's crazy. I don't know how I'm doing it. I mean, I know I have Tenacity Farina right now. If that's really making that much of a difference, I do think it's a rotation thing. Come on, man. I probably with the first only clear that can I really four-star clear with the current build I have on Skirk? This is why I've been trying to farm her own set. I wish that I could farm her set and then be able to come back here. Technically, I'd be able to do that, but I don't know. I'm debating on it. Yeah, I'm debating on it. I don't know. It makes me not want to do the clear because I realize my one flaw is that I I could I could do a non-Escoffier clear maybe. Like I do think a non-Escoffier clear would be more impressive. That's probably what I'll end up going for because as much as I hate to do that, if I had Skirk's other set builds, then I would actually try a first only clear. I don't want to do that when my crit value is not like that insane if I look at it from that lens. 50 crit rate? I'd be heavily relying on crit fishing at that point. Because Marshall Hunter's not proccing if I'm not using a healer in the team and losing health at the same time. If I'm not losing health, then it's gonna be a pain, honestly. What type of clear would I do though without this character? I know what I would switch her out for. My problem is switch out Frida's gonna suck because of the build I have on Skirk right now. I didn't even think about that. If I get rid of her and then put Layla, which is what I want to do, I could put Frida back on Golden Troop. The problem is no one is a healer on the team, so it will just feel kind of weird. I know someone probably would say, well, you know, you could just build this character or that character, but I refuse to build this character. Not because I dislike her, it's simply because she's not C4. Until I get her C4, I don't want to use her because I don't want to put all my better pieces on her when another character needs it more than her right now. Right now, she's just holding on to pieces. So at least I have somewhat of a set on her. It's just not good enough yet. This build would be good enough if I can get a better reroll of this. And a better sense. Yeah. Obviously the circle is gonna be hard to replace. This is why I might craft a goblet so I can keep that circlet that I have on Skirk. That piece is way too good. Piece is way too good. Yeah, this kind of sucks. It's like I'd be willing to do it, but I don't know if I want to do it with like missing Chris. It just seems cringe. I could definitely try something, but then again, it would still seem cringe. Mm. Let's just play it and see how it runs. Oh, right, it resets. Hold on. Save it first, then go back in. I'm gonna just try it and see what happens. Our team will be permanently at half HP though, but we're gonna have to try it. I don't want to roll her build, but I might have to. Having two people on tenacity doesn't feel right. Her ult might be a bit more important in this game, but I don't know what's better for her. Because I have these weapons, I don't have enough Favonius built. Favonius swords I thought I had more of it with the polars I have a lot more of. So I don't know. Kai is very well built. He's one of my favorite crowd characters to use after all. Um, Thought about using her. At least for the challenge, I think she would actually function fine for fearless mode. But doing double Hydra in that instance feels kind of iffy. I'm definitely willing to try it. It's just gonna be iffy. Oh, right. Um, Maybe I should try to clear with Kokomi. My problem would end up being refreshing the jellyfish after doing rotations. I really want to try a non-escafe clear because I've seen people do a clear with Layla, which isn't surprising. I do want to mention though that I'm gonna say Layla build does matter. Let me not say it like that. Obviously the builds matter. I do think her constellations matter a lot more than people give her credit for though. Oh, I forgot she restores energy. Though. Persistence does fire a little bit faster from her skill. Oh, right. She gets normal charge attack damage bonus set C4. So if they say open 0.5 seconds of dealing normal charge attack damage. Okay. Based on her max HP. I really do wonder if this will be possible to clear with her, though. Maybe I could just do minus Farina and see the clear, see if it's possible. These are stuff I plan to do on my second account, though, when I have Skirk built, and see how well C1, it's got for functions. But as for this, um, maybe we can minus Farina with Kokomi and see what happens. I hate that it says that it resets. I have to try this clear, so we're just gonna have to do it. Let's see how this team runs. Will this team be able to clear? That's kind of what I'm going for right now, is seeing if Skirk can clear without Freener and Scafe.
Freeze.
The night is cold. Annihilate.
Power.
Don't be scared.
Cool it. This moment will be frozen.
Allow me. Extinguish.
Freeze.
Stars, shine for me. Not
I don't like this rotation.
mine to wield.
Might not be possible to do it.
Don't get frostbite. Dodge this.
My guiding stars. Don't be scared. Rust, rebuild. Mine to wield.
Maybe not this. I don't think we can clear her.
The night is cold.
My problem is ER. The ER is just ain't it. If we rotate through it a bit more, it'd probably be a lot more possible. But that's just ain't gonna do it. Let's assume from an angle where it's only Farina. My problem is I don't have Charlotte built, so I can't really do a healing option without it being double Hydro, which my only other option would be Diona, and she is not very well built, but I might have to just do it. We could try it just like this first and see how it runs.
Power. time.
My guiding stars. Stars, shine.
Dodge this.
The night is cold. Don't be scared.
This
So
may
soft.
still not be possible.
Cool it.
Tried to see if I could do without it, but obviously it seemed like this would jank without healing, you know? Not that I'm surprised though. Because I could do this if I want to. The problem is,
Frostbite.
we're not healing, so Farina's damage is like gets like heavy. So that really does feel like a different character with Power Coffee, I swear.
The stars
I thought I saw
fade
it.
to black.
Well. Not that I'm entirely surprised that that turned out like that, but I wanted to try that anyways. I didn't realize that was so much of a problem, but it actually really is a problem. I don't think I can realistically have alternative options. It's gonna be more interesting when I test this on my second account, 'cause I don't have a second crow to use, or a third crow, I should say. But because of the way this boss mechanics is forcing that extra crow, it doesn't really leave room for flexibility, even more so than before. Unless I built her, which I'm not gonna build her anytime soon. There's a higher chance. I mean, I've already built up Aoife enough that I want to use him. I want to build Candace to 90. That's why I'm probably gonna focus either the end of this patch or maybe sometime in 6.0 I'll do it. Or the other. I want to get a good grind farming artifacts first, so we'll see. I have so many different options I could do, but it all comes down to if I can actually utilize Frida and give her a healer. Because the only other thing I could do, which I haven't tried yet, is Yelan, which my Yelan isn't particularly strong enough to do this, but I could try it. I could try this exact team. So I'll try this one. Then, if no dice, then I'll probably just do my regular clear. Try to see if I can get 78 seconds. I don't know how I'm going to get that again. We'll see. First, I just want to see if this can clear.
The night is cold. Search.
Problem is,
This moment will be frozen in time.
Don't be scared. Not now.
Things are about to get dicey. Quietly. Extinguish. Mine to wield. Ha! Ha!
Cold. Mine to command. And the
Cool it. Frostbite.
Gotcha. Cha!
oh, I have to do this one.
Power.
ER is still the problem again.
Busted. Game's up. Time's up.
not now. Stars, shine.
Dodge this. This moment will be frozen.
Mine to wield.
Cool it.
My guiding stars. Cold. Mine to
Quietly now. Here.
It doesn't seem possible again, which is not surprising, but...
Oh, so soft. Dodge
Then again, this
Don't be scared.
team did better, I thought at least. It's better than every other team that tried so far.
Things are about to get dicey.
Oh,
give credit due. She did better than I thought she would. That's the best I can say. The thing that sucks is that let me not say that. Let me not say that. I was gonna say my gun you felt better than this, but I don't think so. I'm thinking about it a little bit differently. Anyways, yeah, I'm not really built for damage, so that's also kind of what's affecting the challenge. So it's fine. Just do the free no Scott free combo. There's nothing I can do about that. It does make me sad because even though these other options will be fine if I don't have like the greatest options, this will come down to how they decide to release future characters because Charlotte not being the greatest healing option is just not helping. But she honestly would have been good enough if I had her built. I could try Diana, but I don't feel like putting artifacts on her just to take it off later. So I'll have to figure this out. But I will say this. At least I enjoyed trying that instead of being like, you know what, I'm not going to do it today. Which originally I was thinking of doing that because I didn't think I would stream the slate, which I only ended up streaming the slate because that community post I made, I was grinding majority of the day because I was really close to pity.
Extinguished. Power.
Time to shine.
Frostbite. Dodge this.
A burst of flavor. A dash of
It's actually crazy how good this team is for this girls. Scottface is like doubling her damage in there from what we were doing earlier. Which makes sense.
Oh, so soft. Cool it.
fizz on the lid. A little lip.
Mine to win.
Time to shine. Showing you
Don't get frostbite. Freeze.
a burst of flavor. Off to the great.
Oh, we got our 78 seconds back. Oh, I got the 77? Let's go. That's crazy. This team feels like finalized for the most part, at least first sitting also. I wouldn't actually use Kai in this team. I like playing Kai as a melt character. I just always like playing him like that, so I don't know. I guess it's sad for like that. I already knew going into what I was gonna try the other options for. I should have tried ultra healing options, but I just really don't want to try to rebuild Diana. Maybe one day I'll come back to her, but I really hate her healing field. Healing field is like really, really small. It's smaller than Bennett's circle, so I really hate it. But it would have been good to test in here. It just sucks that the lengths I would have to go to opt her would take like a lot of time. So that's why I didn't want to do it. But I will say this, it probably would have made a difference compared to like all the other team clears if I had built her. Then I could just replace the Scafe and put Diana, and it should function well enough. Problem will be the fact that while the healing should be enough, I wonder how much damage difference it would be, because Scafe really is one of a kind. How you making up for all that consistent damage she does? That's not easy. There is no alternative to her, no matter how much some creators want to kind of like put a mask on it. I'm pretty glad I got a Scafe. I don't know how to feel about whether I'm happy to get Skirk the way I did. I wish I didn't have to sacrifice a C5 gene, but now she's the closest to C6 on my account. My first ever C6 is coming up. Well, I would get her during anniversary, but I'm getting Mizuki because I want every character. If I can get them, then I'd rather do that. So I wonder if there'll be a voice line for this tomorrow just because the outbreak period ends. I don't know, but I enjoyed it. I I'm probably not gonna do this no more. I said this before during like what halfway through. Doing 10 streams back to back for 10 different days is I knew it was gonna be interesting, but it's a little bit more excruciating than I thought when I can't like stream on both accounts. If I was able to stream across both accounts, then these streams would feel a lot more, I guess, active than, certain days can actually be. Because something dictate depending on if I even get an artifact worth rolling or not. Or have anything worth grinding outside of it, but, you know, I do like exploration in this game. But the exploration I did in on my second count was a bit too stressful. I'll be honest, I rushed it out only because I was so close to pity, but I was so close to pity for like 3 days straight that I was thinking I was ripping my hair out, and that I never really farm like that ever, because usually I do exploration for like the enjoyment of actually exploring and maybe even reading the world quest dialogue and all that, because I do like a lot of the world quests in the game. But it was a bit more stressful than I thought doing what I did. So I'm definitely not doing that again. Now I understand how all those creators feel when they do stuff on their alt accounts for like special playthroughs that they do. 'Cause that I didn't know how to feel about that. Anyways, the bit's gonna reset pretty soon in the future during the second half. Second half of the patch is coming up in a few days. Surely the next Abyss is not going to show Electro, is it? Because, Anifa's Electro. I guess we'll have an idea of what type of character she is by the time it shows up in there, quote unquote, as if I didn't see the beta, but I had to see it. 'Cause I was a little curious about our first non-card character gonna look like. And I'm gonna be honest, the future of Genshin looking pretty grim for playable characters. So I might end up skipping most of Nocra on my main account because of it. Like I don't want to stress out over this game when I like just enjoying the game. Now, do I want to do a separate clear to see the difference between Skirk and Escafe? Do I want to do that right now? Part of me doesn't know if I want to do that. Like, I know that I'm gonna end up coming back to Skirk for a stream where I end up, fighting all the bosses or most of the bosses or maybe even the local legends just because I want to see how well she really does when I do her rotations right. When I cancel her last hit in her rotation, I feel like I'm increasing her damage a lot more than I thought. Not something I could do with a lot of characters on my account even. 'Cause it's not like I can cancel with Veressa. I can cancel with Week. I've seen a difference canceling her bike spin. It's pretty stupid. Obviously, Hotel cancel. Kind of miss playing her. Um, I wish I could cancel with Navia. That would be so strange if you could. Technically, you can do dash cancels with her, but I don't feel like it really increases her damage because you're at the mercy of her cooldown. But I digress. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do it. Freaking. There is like a backlog of a lot of videos on YouTube I want to watch, and I want to get through it. I'm going to go Skirk on my second count. I don't know if I'm going to stream the grind for that, because, If there's people that actually care about seeing that, maybe I'll do it. Because again, just got her earlier. This account really needed her too because I just didn't have a second good team. I felt like I had a lot of good to decent teams. Soon to be Cesar Tanari by anniversary, by the way. He's not my strongest. Marlikino is. So building around her in mind. Obviously, she's like the crown jewel of the account that actually helps me a lot. Coloran was a close second. Problem with her is that she takes some Arlecchino supports, or I have to actually switch her to Mono Pyro instead, so that Coloran can play Overload, because I refuse to play her in Dendro a lot of the time. She just does not feel great in Dendro. I tried it. I really did. Rising was the closest to being that second really good team that I needed, but his damage feels like a nothing burger, and it's the funniest shit I've ever seen. I mean, I've showed it on my second count before when I tested C1 Escafia. It just like he struggles to do enough meaningful damage. It's just really funny. Like 20, 30,000 per normal tech feels like it feels like a character released in 2020, probably in 1.2.0. And I feel like back then he would have actually aged pretty well. But that's like the way his damage is, he's close to like the level of a Yato. And Yato's not as bad as he once was in the past. So their teams feel pretty similar in that regard for the people that, have those characters. If you know what I'm talking about. For the people that have that character. But yeah, it's really tragic. I might actually build Dali on my second account though, just because I have him C2. But I need a good second team because I just don't use Farina enough. It's really funny. I don't use Farina on this account enough. Clorand, I'm fourth to player in Dendro if I play Arlecchino. I really like Overload Arlecchino. I live and breathe her build in that. It's just, I have to do it. I have to use it. It's too good to not use it. Now, this one is interesting. I spent, what, was it, since point four, was it 4.2? Since Oscar had been home, past 4.2. I think about it. I think so. It's been that long. Jesus Christ. I've been farming Obsidian Codex for so long just to fix this character. Because she's a flip flop for this account. Like I can do Frieza Escafie with her and it feels strong because I can add another element where she melts off of the cryo that she produced her builds for. She really is a wild card. She could be pretty damn good in a Chevrolet overloaded team, which I've done, which surprisingly does better than my Risley in a Frieza Scafe team ever so slightly. And it's pretty funny. Definitely better than her, and it's better than my Tainari. But it took a while for my Chaska to actually do this kind of damage because she really needed Farina. But for the Overload team, it was surprising that it was pretty decent. It's just Shaska's biggest problem, which a lot of carries have, I've noticed throughout Natlan, they lack sustain. Malika is probably the only one that can get away with it outside of like Varessa. Yeah, it's just, like not that many characters that can have consistency in their damage. Skirk ended up being the most powerful sustain unit in the game, even if people don't want to agree to it. She's not bad. She may be mid when she doesn't have her best supports. You could say that's the same for a lot of other characters, but it really is jarring how much of a difference. Which I already knew this was going to be a problem. when they made this character a 5-star before this character release. So uh, it is what it is. I really just looked at it. Chasko's like the closest to being my second strongest character, but then the Rising team just ends up being a little bit better. So my strongest team right now is Arlecchino. So before Skirk, I'd say it was between Chaska and Cloran for second, but then Rising team ended up being second, so then third ends up being Chaska. And Cloran at times, they feel like they play off each other, but feel around the same level to me. With Skirk's best team on this account, even though I'm forcing Xingqiu on this account, which I have a much better Xingqiu build on this account. Don't mean this though. Yeah, I hate seeing that Goblet. I wish I had that on my main account. Very nice. Some of the pieces were on Shaolin on this account, but I don't usually like that for real. But the better Favonius is on Frina, that's why he's on that R1 Favonius. I actually take an initiative to pull weapons in the future. I really need weapons. 8 more 4-star weapons. I'll talk about this one. I do occasionally use her with Arlecchino though. I feel pretty good. So I have Skirk, Frina, Xingqiu, Escoffier, which is a team I'm gonna end up doing. And it should be pretty good. I'm pretty sure that will end up being my strongest team on this account as well. No matter how much I want to sit here and think Arlecchino really is all that. I mean, she's pretty good. Especially when I have this. She's fairly strong. Her strength is in her versatility though. The options she has and the team that she can build means that she's not easily counterable compared to Skirk anyways. But in terms of damage outputs, my Skirk team on this account is going to definitely be stronger by a noticeable amount, especially not having her signature to boot. So that's saying a lot. I felt like yapping about all this just because I'm unsure if I want to do a stream of me building Skirk on this account. I mean, I've already built Skirk throughout the several days of the outbreak period on this account, so what's the point of showing on my second account? I could just show another update in the future and then be like, hey, once this is done, like I said, we're gonna come to this account when we do our testing again, see how C1 Escafe makes a difference on the Skirk team. Because the extra 60% crit damage with her C1 makes Skirk look better than a little bit. And if I had the build that's on my main account right now, I have well over 300 crit damage. That shit would be clean. But sadly, don't got that right now. Skirk isn't built with her crit damage in mind. She has a crit damage ascension. She's already over 200. Gives you a bit of an idea how strong she's gonna be, despite overcapping with this goddamn weapon. But yeah, I'm just so relieved that I finally got her. 'Cause I was actually starting to stress out the past few days, even though I didn't show it in like the live streams, because I was just focusing on thinking, I got enough time left. I could take my time with this or that. But then I couldn't finish certain things to actually clear. It would take me a couple weeks to get more progress on some of the things I could do just to get the pros, and I'm just like, oh, now that's gonna piss me off because if I was able to smooth sail grind, then I could have done this a lot easier than what I had to do because that was ridiculous what I had to do, man. At least I learned how much stuff I'm missing in the overworld. Not that I'm surprised, but I just felt like saying all this. So Skip gonna probably be my strongest character on this account for a long time to come. Arlecchino will interchangeably be better than her at times, though, just due to her strength and flexibility. When this guy C6, he might be better than my Chaska. Might be. Because damage feels a lot different at C6. His C5, his burst is already doing pretty good damage. And he's not triple crown yet. He feels pretty good. He just isn't quite that next level good that his C6 gives. I can't wait to get it. The build is pretty good too. But now that I have Skirk on this account, my Rise is going to be relegated to Melt. I don't use Bennett with Arlecchino if I'm playing her overloaded. So I could give Risley Bennett, which will be nice because then it's going to be Bennett, Xiaoling, and I don't know who else. I guess I'll have to figure that out. I do have options, but I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with those options. I do know I'll build Dahlia, so Dahlia could be an option, a Risley team, to be honest. The attack speed he gives is surprisingly noticeable for Risley's damage. Hard for me to say for Skirk, as some people say, but it's okay. From what I've seen, it's okay. I'm not willing to build him on my main account, sadly, but I will probably build him on this account and see if he makes a difference or
Huh?
not. No, you don't, motherfucker. Alright. We don't talk about this one. I did Escafe Farina with Kachina in an Ito team, and I was surprised how good it was. I just want to, I just want to say that I was really surprised how good it was. Because Ito's not even super built either, but I just felt like showing him off now. Go back to this. I will reroll this just because it's a 4-line start goblet with perfect subs for Ito. But when will I do that? It'll have to be the last goddamn artifact I have to reroll. So that's probably gonna be a long time from now. Also, it's not that I wanted to craft a crowd goblet now, I won't even get to do that. I now have to craft a double crit attack sands on my second account in a little bit. I don't think I'll end up making an update on it. I'll probably wait till the next Genshin stream for that. But I don't know when the next Genshin stream is gonna be. Sekhav's gonna start soon, and there hasn't been an event in sight throughout most of this patch. Nalin has been very scarce with content. I'm very concerned as for what they plan to do with Nocroy. They really gotta up the playability of like what gives players a reason to log in every day, because it's pretty monotonous how bad Natlin has produced that. I think I think it's like the worst of every region. I think we've had like a patch where not much happened for the gameplay side of the game. A lot of people will praise a patch, and even I will as well, about, oh yeah, I'm excited for this and that for the patch. But I gotta say this, was this worth 42 days of waiting? Is that worth 42 days of waiting just for that little bit of content that won't last more than a week? It's just something to keep in mind. I think it's a realistic mindset to have when going into this. I know it's probably just overthinking or just looking at things from a certain point of view that not everyone will understand, but I do think it's very important. With that, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Wish I could do more, but I don't know what else to show. Maybe there'll be another event. I don't remember if there's even another event this patch I'm interested in. I think there was one that I am that didn't come out with the big event of the patch, but I don't know when the next guest is going to be. I'm probably going to take a break, explore some of the anime I need to watch. I have a backlog of that to watch. I'm pretty excited to do that. Obviously, Bleach is going to have content. I do have a stream on Sunday. Is it Sunday?
Where do we come from?
Or is it
Where
tomorrow?
are we going?
Oh, it's tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a Bleach stream tomorrow morning. just a special little video. It's probably gonna be really short though, but yeah, I play soon tomorrow. Show you that. These bracelets. As for anything else, what else could there be? I don't know. I'm kind of unsure right now as to what because at this moment I'm I'm at a point where I really need to go back to what I had planned to do like 2 months ago. And then another thing I need to go back to that I did for fucking April, March. One part I was holding off on doing it because I really just want to believe when I can start my next playthrough that I haven't done my recorded playthrough finale of my other game. I still have a lot of footage saved up from that, and a little bit of grind I still have left from that. I might try to motivate myself within the next week to do it, but I cannot guarantee anything. I can guarantee that I can motivate myself next week to start the other thing I wanted to do for a while because I've been meaning to do it after I said I would take a break from uploading the Yakuza Gotta Play Through a bit just to give it some time before I do the finale. And I think I'm gonna start preparing that finally. But first, I have to actually do the Genshin clip, which I'm probably not gonna get to that tonight. I might not get to it tomorrow either. It really depends. Yeah. But it's gonna reset at some point. I'll do a stream on that at some point. I don't know when I'll do that. But I guess when I get Skirk built on my second account, that will probably be the next Genshin stream. Yeah, I think that'll probably be the next Genshin stream. When I get Skirk built on my second account, I'll do a stream on my second account, testing with Sea Nescafe, probably doing Stygian Onslaught as well. But be warned, my Stygian Onslaught clears are nowhere near as good as this. Nowhere near as good as this. I don't have the best artifacts on there like I do this account. And it's probably because artifacts, one, don't love me enough on my second account. Despite me saying that I have a lot of good artifacts in the worst places possible. But that being said, yeah, I think that's enough. That's enough to say, man. Poot. 4th of July is
All
up.
things come to an end,
And
even time itself.
yes, thank you, Skirk. Thank you, guys. Um, yeah. Might be time to change the description in this. I still need to figure out why I don't have the avatar. I checked my second, I don't have it either for this. I might need to go to my way to find out what I'm missing for that. And when I do, maybe I'll do that next stream as well for my main account. I need to figure that out. Kind of figure out why I don't have that. If it's in danger or can't clear. So this person is struggling with Stygian Onslaught. I see people do Stygian Onslaught clears with Hu Tao. I thought about trying that, but yeah, I don't know if I feel like going through it. Because difficulty 5 is very cringe. Topa has his enhanced states that you would get from the boss rush events of the past. And I don't like that. I wish there was like newer mechanics than that, but hey, difficulty is difficulty if it wasn't type on a timer, but that's a discussion for another day. Thank you for watching. My name is Kartek and Mom, and I'll see you guys next time.